Welcome back to my channel. I am Jamie here at Candidly Chaotic. I like to talk about homeschool, mom life, and family adventures. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if those things sound interesting or helpful to you, and we'll get into this video. So first of all, my voice is kind of off, so I apologize, but I did want to go ahead and film this because I got a new planner in, and my dog's in the background here. I got a new planner in and I want to start writing in it, and I wanted to film this before I started writing in it, and so you just have to deal with the voice, I guess. Sorry, yeah, so I lost my voice a little bit and it is a little rough. Okay, so the video. I have a homeschool planner right now, but I made my own just out of free printables from the internet, and I kind of mixed and mashed things because I just had my one son, my kindergartner, and I wanted very specific things that I just wasn't finding in homeschool planners or really any planners. And I didn't want to spend like a ton of money either because it just didn't seem worth it. And so, yeah, so that's what I've been using, is just a binder with things that I have kind of picked and chose along the way. And it worked pretty well. Although so now I am kind of starting to think about the next school year, because I'm weird like that and like to think ahead. But for the next school year, I will have my son. He's a kindergartner now, and he will be a first grader. And then my younger son will actually it'll be his first year of preschool. And so I'm kind of planning that out. And I will have 2 kids, and we have some different needs now. And I just wanted to try a regular planner. I don't like the way my binder looks. It's not pretty, and I like things to be pretty because I have to use it all the time. And I do have like a small little planner that I use for meal planning and putting dates in and planning out things that I need to do that day. And so I just thought it would be really nice to have one planner with all my stuff in it, including homeschool. And so I wanted to try out a paper planner, and I saw like a overview review from the Handmade Homeschooler, and she used it last year and really liked it and was showing this year's. And I thought that it looked like something that I could actually use that would suit our purposes. So I went ahead and got it because it was, for one thing, it wasn't super expensive to begin with. It was on sale. I'm not sure if it'll be on sale by the time this video goes out or not. You'll just have to look. But even when it's not on sale, it's very reasonably priced, and it's super big, like it's super thick, very meaty. Yeah, so it is a simple plan homeschooling planner, and it's sold at Mardel.com. I had actually never heard of them before this either, so that was a new homeschool website find. They really, to me, looked similar-ish to Christian Book, but, you know, offering slightly different things. Yeah, so I got this planner, and I'm so excited about it because it looks like it's going to fit my needs pretty well. The only thing I wasn't sure is we do use a loop schedule for certain things, and that won't change. But I think I can make it work because this planner can actually, you can have 6 students in it, and I only have 2. So I think I'm going to use one student area for my loop schedule. So without any more chit chat, I just wanted to show you the inside and see if that's something that will work for you. All right, so here is the front. Like I said, it's called A Simple Plan, and it's a homeschooling planner. So they don't have any different options for the cover. It's just one cover, one style per year. And then I did hear that they go pretty quickly. And so if this is something that you want, don't wait. That is what I had heard. Now, as far as the size, you'll have to look online. I forget the exact size, but it's bigger. It's like maybe binder size. It's bigger than a regular sheet of paper. Here is an 8x11, just one of my son's math pages, but this is how it compares. And then when you open it up, there is a folder on the inside cover and on the, like on the front cover and then on the back cover. And so regular pieces of paper fit in the folder. So I found that very handy. It's bigger than my, you know, normal, like my normal planner that I use just for everyday use. It is definitely bigger than that, but I honestly don't take it places with me. I have an app as well that I use for just date keeping when I'm out and about. So here is just, it has different art, different verses and such. So it's very well explained about what is in here and what is not in here. Yeah, so I liked, you know, so that these are all very good things, but can be overwhelming, which feels true to me. A lot of homeschooling or like life planners have way too much in there, and then normal planners just don't have enough for me, and so ugh. So yeah, and it has a bunch of different verses on different pages. You can fill out your information on it. And then this first section is about the kids that you have, and you can fill that out or not. I mean, I probably will not, but anyway. And then I like that it has a sample section. So the very first thing is just they're showing how you can use these pages. And now, obviously, this is not the only way to use the pages, but it does give you an idea if you're like, what's this for? And so I thought that was very helpful. Things to think about. This is the monthly overview, and this is how they used it. I'm just going to briefly show you all this because I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in the actual planning pages. This is just like the normal calendar section with the notes, and you can see the month before and the month after and a quick overview. And then these are the nitty-gritty planning pages. You get to write your own subjects down the side. They have 6 spots, and so this is where, you know, you can use one spot for a different child. If you have 6 children, it goes the whole week, and then there's notes, just a huge notes section. It does have some other extra stuff in the back, like a curriculum tracker, so they're showing you how you can use that. And then the student attendance keeper, so it even has attendance in here, which was so cool. Now then you know, it has nice tabs, which I also really like. And here we go. So here's the actual planning. There's just a planning section before you get into the monthly. It does give you some ideas on how you can do this, and then another verse. Now, I always have to print these off, and so I love that they are both right here. And so this is for 2021 to 2022 for the school year. So it actually is July to June, like when you look at what, when you look at what months. It starts here, and then it goes all the way to June, which you can't really see here. But so it is kind of a school year, but it's a full year that way, because, you know, some homeschoolers like us do more of a year-round type schooling. So we have a lot of freedom of what months we're using. But the overview shows the whole of 2021 and the whole of 2022, as well as holidays and then dates that you want to specifically remember. So I find this extremely helpful. And yeah, so awesome to have right here. I use this just real quick. Like I use this for a lot of things. We have some trips that we kind of do every year, and sometimes that we just kind of always know that we will be not doing school, and so I kind of mark that out. And then we have ideas of when we might want to take breaks and stuff that I pencil all of it in. And then I use this to count up, because in our state we have to have 180 days. So I use this for counting up how we're getting our days. And so I just find this extremely helpful. And then here is the actual planning for, it's, you know, not an example, it's for your actual student. So it starts out with the student schedule. You can put their name here, and you can put, you know, or your routine. Like I know some people stick to time, some people do routines. We do a routine. It's never exactly the same time, but it's like a flow. And so I can use this to get an idea of what would be a good flow for us with our subjects and what curriculum we're using. And then a weekly, I don't even know, a weekly overview. And you can use this a lot of different ways. Now, how I'm going to be using this is I do like to have an idea of our routine and schedule with ideas of time. So I will be using this basically that way until we get our routine down. I even look at it to see what we should be doing next according to our routine. I will probably do it in pencil because I like it to be able to change. And then for this weekly thing, I'm not sure that we have a whole lot of use for it, except I might use it as kind of a tracker for backwards plan, kind of backwards planning, because I do not, like most of our lessons, I just do the next lesson the next day, and I don't plan that kind of stuff. There's only certain things that I plan out, and so this I might use to fill in what we actually did when, or something to that effect. And then you actually have, because you can, this is like different subjects, so you could do each weekly thing different. And so, like I said, I haven't exactly decided how this one will work for us, but I have some general ideas. And then it's just another student page, and you do it some more. And so I have 2 students. Now for my preschooler, so my preschooler, this will actually be perfect because he's doing a letter of the week type deal. And so I will use this. How I'm doing it is I'll have a bunch of activities ready, and we'll pick and choose what we want to do each day. And so I will use this weekly thing to write out probably all of the activities available for that week. That way I know what we've got. And so there's 6 of these. Now I will probably end up using, since this is the 3rd one in a row, I'll probably end up using all of this for our loop scheduling. I could just print out my normal loop scheduling and put it in the folder, but I actually think, why let this go to waste when I can use it for loop scheduling just as easily? So I'm really excited about that. Now, like I said, this is just for 6 students, so all looks the same. And there's a final page of notes for anything you want to put. And then it starts with the monthly thing. So here we have July, and a cute little picture and another verse. And I love this. So I actually have a monthly overview printed out in my paper, like the planner that I kind of moshed together myself. And this is very similar to what I put on there because I created my own document. This is very similar to what I put on there, so I can easily use this just like I already do. It's perfect. I love to have certain goals or special activities that we might do that month, especially if it's, like a holiday month and we want to do something for Valentine's Day or whatever. I can always put that here. Websites we might be using that month. The reading list. I haven't decided if I want to put book ideas here, or we keep a reading log. So this might be the perfect spot to actually, because I always write in what we read, who wrote it, and when we finished it. So I may use that to keep track of this area to keep track of that. A nice prayer requests and answers that my kids could get involved in. And then we always need supplies, and I always like to say whether I need to buy it, make it, print it, whatever. So I'll still be able to do that, and I'm very excited. And then here's just a normal page, and I will be using this less for school and more. This will be my normal planner where I plan out, I have our birthdays and holidays and trips and appointments, and all that will be here. Yeah, so that's awesome. And probably our meal planning. I haven't decided yet. And then here is the weekly and also daily thing. And so depending on what I end up putting here, I may have my weekly or my daily to-do list might be one of these slots. I haven't decided where that's going to go in here, but there's plenty of room. So I will find a place. Now for us, my older son has many more subjects than my younger son, obviously. And so this will have to look a lot different. And this is another spot that I was thinking I can plan certain things ahead when I need to, but for the most part, I will write what we did that day, you know, the reverse planning or whatever, to keep a record of what we have done. And so then it just goes like that the whole month for every day. And then a future planning page if you should need it. So just another place for notes. And then it's, you know, all the months have their tabs. So I'm not going to show you all those because they're all the same. Oh, I did want to show, you know, some of the holidays are written in here already. I think there are actually more holidays in that overview page than there are on here, but just thought I'd show that. And then there is this student records page. And this is also super handy. So these are attendance keepers. This is not exactly the way that I keep attendance. I don't count us absent ever because we just don't do it one day and we just make up some other day. But it will still be helpful because they have it split into 2 semesters, and so I like to know when we're at our halfway point, and so this will be helpful for keeping, of course, our attendance records so we know we're getting our 180 days, but also so that way once I hit it, I can keep track and write it down, and then I will be able to do it for both kids. Now my preschooler doesn't have to do 180 days, but yeah. So there's actually, you know, again, there's 6 of them. So if you have 6 students, or you could, if you have more, you can honestly probably make this thing work for more students. But yeah, you'd have to get a little bit more creative. And then here's the curriculum tracker, which I will be using. I do like to write what I have purchased, what I want to purchase, how much it's going to cost, where I got it from, because I also will do like how much it costs new, and then how much I got it if I got it on sale or, you know, from used. It's very helpful to know. And then it has a total so I can keep track of what I'm spending. And then here is an additional materials, like any additional resources that weren't exactly curriculum, but, you know, that we ended up using for school that were resources. And then finally, there's an extras tab. So I don't really need this yet, but it is very nice. It's a grading chart, and it's all right here. The number of problems versus the number of incorrect answers, and then what you get. So like I said, for first grade, I don't really need this yet, but I could see this coming in handy later. They do have a suggested reading list, and they have it kind of separated by different you know, grades. And this is all really like the classics. So if I'm ever stuck for an idea of what our next read aloud should be, then I can use this. So that's nice. They have the way of salvation, and you can put your own testimony in there if you would like. And then they have some ideas of different scriptures to memorize. So again, we do scripture memorization. So if I'm running out of ideas, I can get an idea out of here, which is nice. And then here is an extracurricular activity kind of like tracker. And so this will be helpful because we do want to do a co-op, and my son wants to do some other things like soccer and stuff like that. And so I will be able to keep track here. And then it's a nice record of what we did, you know, besides just normal-ish school stuff. And then you have a notes page that goes a couple pages. And then that is all. So I hope that quick, well, it wasn't super quick. I did want to go into it in a fairly good detail, but that little flip through was helpful. And you know, if this planner is something that you're interested in, I mean, I'm not like sponsored or anything like that. It's just something I wanted to share because I'm really excited about using it. I can't wait to start planning. That's just how I am. So let me know what you think in the comments or what you like to use. I would love to hear from you, and go ahead and give this a thumbs up. I will see you in the next video.